Hi guys, so saying goodbye to this whole setup, and it's no longer going to be multiple tanks. It's quite difficult, especially when you're traveling around. I mean, despite a stable system, I had to make this decision to make it as a one single project. So the question is, do I still use the old tank, either this or I get a new tank which is much more bigger in size, where I can fully utilize all the substrates and everything, and also transfer this to the new tank. But otherwise, should I just keep the tub and one tank itself? I don't know, still thinking.
So the next day, a decision was made, and I decided not to buy any more tanks. It doesn't make any sense because I already have got so much invested into this project, might as well reuse. So decided to put the tub there temporarily and move the tanks to my man cave project, so that becomes part of it. It makes more sense because there is a small corner space that I can use, so move the table over here. So I'll just start off with one tank here and try to reuse these materials as much as possible. If all goes into one tank, that would be perfect. Otherwise, I may create another setup later depending upon the flow. So let's get started. So here it is. So I managed to reuse all the plants that I had. In fact, there are still a couple of remaining, especially those grasses. But these are quite okay for us to get the project moving. And the media was reused. And this time I also tried to create a bit of a slope, just to see how it works, because I've never done a big slope like this. um, and of course, I had plenty of aqua soil, so I didn't want to waste any of those. So at the background I tried to create a much more bigger slope, and then that kind of slides down. And those of you who are into this hobby, you all know that that particular slope is not going to be lasting long. It's going to kind of sliding down. So I kind of created that slope using stones, and packing a lot of aqua soil into small filter bags, and then stacking them one over the other. And that's how I created the slope. Hopefully it works. And then of course you have the stones to kind of protect the soil from falling down. And I hope the plant can also hold on to that. So it looks good. And I'm pretty much reusing the media water that I already had. So this water I kind of saved from the old tanks. So yeah, all set. Now it we need to give it some time for the water to settle down and the filter to do its magic. So left the tank overnight, and the next day the tank was okay, and the water was well settled, and the fishes, they seem to be okay. So far it's been great, and I've only added the tetras here. The guppies are there in the tub, and I think it goes well with the whole man cave setup. Probably I'll do a separate video on that. And this is the tank, with the lights on. Yeah, the tetras seem to be quite well settled. So on day 5, I've noticed that the fishes have developed an ick problem. So not really sure if I pronounced it correctly, ICK or even white spot disease. And based on my research, there were a lot of solutions that were that I was told to do, including putting salt into the tank, which was not really that bought into. So I saw another video where someone actually told it's the water's temperature, which kind of made sense because this is the room where I work, so most of the time the aircon is switched on. So maybe because of that, the water is much more colder, so these eggs actually have the right medium for them to grow. So the solution was quite simple, install a water heater and let that run for a week. So that's exactly what I did, and it actually did work. And within the next couple of days I saw that the fishes have actually recovered quite well. So any of you who is also facing the same issue, do not mess up the tank by adding salt and all those kind of nonsense. Just try to stick to practical solutions. And I boldly did this because the parameters haven't really changed much except the temperature. So I just gave that a shot. It's working. So before I end this video, so here's a preview of what today looks like. And yes, later on I decided to set up the other tank as well, which I will do another separate video. So at this point of time, the guppies are in one tank and the tetras are in the other tank, and it looks really great with the whole man cave setup. And I can't really call it man cave anymore because nowadays I don't really have any time to play games. It's only just work and the chill time with the fishes, and then the rest of the time just goes to my family. What I would really love to put the gaming there, but not at this stage because there's a lot more other stuffs going on. So yeah, so I will see you all in the next video where I will walk you all through on the second tank setup. So till then, stay tuned, keep in touch, and thanks for watching. Cheers guys.